Hi everyone, I am Kim with Abundant Life Tarot, and we are here for another Mystery Mystic Monday where we throw cards to mysteries that confound us. In today's video, we are going to be looking at the disappearance of Heidi Sue Planck. She is a Buffalo, New York. I think she was born in Buffalo, New York, and her current life is in the Los Angeles, California area. And she lived in the suburbs of Los Angeles. She is a single mom of a 10-year-old, and she has been missing since October 17th, 2021. And it was her ex-husband and her son, her 10-year-old son, who went and notified the police. So if you are curious to see what is coming up energetically, for me at least, we're using the cards surrounding Heidi, stay tuned. Okay, part one is taking a look at the energy surrounding Heidi and her disappearance and seeing what comes up with this deck. This deck is called the Mildred Payne's Secret Pocket Oracle. Okay, it's a chunky one, it's little, so I'll have to zoom in close in a moment to show you what's coming up here. All right, so we're going to open up the reading with this. What are the energies, Spirit? What are the energies surrounding Heidi, her disappearance? Okay, we've got, okay. Oh, that jumped right out. I'll tell you why that's significant in a moment. All right. What is going on surrounding Heidi and her disappearance? Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna turn these over. Spider. Lighthouse. Heart. I'm going to ask Spirit if there's any other messages. If not, we'll get started. Spirit, is there any additional messages surrounding Heidi and her disappearance? Okay, thank you. Alright. I'm going to zoom in so we can look at these a little bit closer because I want to talk to you guys about something that's kind of important here. Can you see that? No, let me scoot these down. Sorry guys, I'm still learning the camera angles for we're using my little tiny baby deck. Okay, so Saturn. This is significant. The Saturn energies represents male sexuality or male dominance, okay? That's what Saturn represents. It represents authority. It represents control. It represents adversity and hardships. Now, this part of the reading is just dealing with the overall energy surrounding Heidi herself, what she was going through, and also her disappearance. Now, she's overcome some adversities, right? She made her way. I don't know when she moved from New York to California, but she lives in a very expensive part of California, right? It's Los Angeles. And, you know, it's not easy. She had a child. She's divorced. I don't know how long her and her husband were divorced for. That is adversity. But what this also speaks to is a woman living in a man's world. What I mean by that is she's had to contend with dealing with her very much older husband, or ex-husband now, Jim Wayne. Jim, I think, is 63 years old. She's 39 years old. So there's that. So there's that male dominance energy. So she had to deal with that, but she overcame that. Then, and not to say that he's bad or anything like that. It's not to disparage, guys. I'm not trying to disparage anyone. I'm just speaking what's coming up for me energetically as I'm in a trance, okay? So this is also what's concerning to me about this card, is that one of the key meanings for this card, I'm looking at it here, is male sexuality or dominance, adversity, authority, control. Okay, so this could, and I'm sensing, deal with her boss. Okay, having to deal with, in America at least, that's where I'm from. When you're working in a business environment where men are dominating, women have to kind of conform, bend, twist themselves, either dumb down themselves or make themselves super smart, but you don't want to be too threatening. It's such a weird dynamic, and she had to deal with that with this guy. I believe his name is, oh my gosh, where's my notes? Jason Sugarman. So she definitely had been dealing with that with this character, okay? So she's been having to deal with that for some time, I'm picking up. And it reached a crescendo, okay? So now we're going to card 51, which is Spider. Strong and powerful female energies is one meaning of this card. Carefully designing one's life, but I'm also my own intuitive meaning, something poisonous. This card, she's from California, I'm from California, and we have black widows, and our black widows are poisonous. And I'm sensing that she's entered or was surrounding or involved in a very poisonous situation. Could be at work. It could be. We're going to look at the tarot to see about the energy surrounding the individual people in her life in a moment. But it could be her interpersonal relationships. Things are going to be illuminated. Look at how the lighthouse is looking and beaming towards this poisonous situation. Now, what I like about the Spider card, before we move on to the lighthouse, the Spider card is strong and powerful female energies, carefully designing one's life. That is the key meaning to this card, okay? What this is telling me is that she cared, as a single mom. I used to be a single mom for a very long time to 2 boys. So that's why her story, tugged at me. We have to do things, sacrifice things, but be very smart, very intuitive, leaning into our intuition more than most to design our life, to design the life for our children, a safe net, a safe, web for our children. But this is also about weaving a web of deception, being caught up in the web of deception. And this is about something being illuminated. The lighthouse, looking at that. This is about to be illuminated. A poisonous situation is about to be illuminated here. I kind of get a shudder at that part, because it's almost like, was the illumination what caused the poisonous situation for her? Or is this just simply saying, hey, light is going to be shed? It's not going to be all clear, because when a lighthouse, again, to me, another California reference. I'm not in California right now. I miss it. I'm homesick at times for it. But lighthouse is about illuminating in the midst of darkness or amidst of fog, things being murky, not seen. But one thing was sure and true. The SEC investigation happening with a partner, I believe, of Jason Sugarman, her boss, who ended up serving, he is going to serve in federal prison upwards of 189 months, which equates to 15.75 or 16 years roughly, give or take, in a federal prison. His partner, for embezzlement and fraud. I don't even know if embezzlement is right. Fraud for sure. Defrauding a Native American tribe and setting them back $60 million into debt. And I believe where I'm getting the word embezzlement, I'm not sure, maybe somehow the word is siphoning, right? Taking away from clients up to the tune of $43 million. It's oh my gosh, it's serious stuff. And so there's an SEC suit against Jason Sugarman. So things being illuminated. Now the heart card is interesting because this is about let me get to 69. So 69 is harp, and it's about noise, beautiful noise, harmonious noise, but nevertheless faded noise, singing like a harp or playing like a harp. I don't know. Being at peace. This card is about peace. We'll see how this card plays out as the reading unfolds. I don't want to stay too long here. The moon card is about dark emotions. A wayward soul is the key meanings for this card. Secrets. Things really difficult to see. Things are not as what they seem. Things are not as what they seem. Is an energy I'm picking up here, but things soon to be illuminated even further. If we see that again, the lighthouse has multiple meanings. Multiple meanings. Way shower. She was a way shower, and she was also, because she was the financial controller for Jason Sugarman. She worked for him for like 5 years from my research on her LinkedIn. She worked for him for 5 years or so. And she moved her way up from executive assistant. I don't know what other position she held in between. And then the last position that she's currently in is financial controller. So things were illuminated to her. A poisonous situation. Dealing with control. Again, everybody, this is all conjecture. This is just me exploring the energy surrounding the cards that jump. All right, guys, let's move on to the next part. I don't want to keep you on here all day. Be right back. Oh, and before we go, I didn't realize I moved these back up. Sorry about that. Hope you heard all the messages. I'll make sure that the frame of the cards are better for the next part. All right. Saturn, Spider, Lighthouse, Harp, and Moon. We're at part 2. Part 2 is going to be the Tarot and Oracle reading. So let's get started. First question is, why was Heidi antsy? What was the reason, Spirit, that Heidi was antsy on October 17th, at the October 17th flag football game for her son? Eight of Wands in reverse. Okay. Why was she antsy, Spirit? Why was she antsy? Eight of Wands in reverse. Okay. Actually, I want to see this one. Why was she antsy? Shield. Okay. Alright. Okay, so Eight of Wands in reverse. 8 weeks back, 8 weeks forward, because Wands represents the timing of weeks. It also represents the season of spring. So last spring, I sensed that she was told not to say something. She was promised things, promised opportunities to expand, to grow. Being a single mom is really important to her. Being able to really provide for her child, super important, as we see with the shield card. But she was also having to ask to have to shield information, asked to be quiet. So this, remember when I said earlier about a crescendo, things kind of going up, like things starting to reach a point where the crap is hitting the fan. And Mr. Sugarman probably realized that he wasn't just going to be able to just get away with paying fines to the SEC, or as a result of this whole thing, that he may have had his hands quite sullied and dirty himself, and that he saw that one of his partners got actual jail time. Like, this seems to throw him. This is not something he wants to deal with. I don't know what his background is. I don't know why Asia card came up. This could be something foreign to her. She's never really had to navigate this kind of territory before. She's a forthright and honest person. The Eight of Wands in reverse is about not being able to say freely, to convey things. This is about a slow moving situation that was like happening a lot in either this last spring or the spring of 2020, but in the past 8 weeks, in the 8 weeks going forward, it was getting tumultuous. It was getting difficult. News were being advanced to them about this investigation, about them shielding information. I'm not picking up, and we are going to do another part. Part 3 is going to deal with, in this video, going to deal with the partners. Provided this doesn't go too long. I may separate the videos. I don't know. But now, the shield could speak to, the parental situation, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm picking up anything yet on her ex-husband being involved in this disappearance. So this feels very much work related with that Eight of Wands in reverse. Tell me what you guys think in the comments as I, do this spread. And also, if you end up doing a video on this case on Heidi, you can definitely let me know. I'd love to check it out. So you can leave the comment to share with me what came up for you in your reading. All right, the next question is, what are the energies? So in terms of, she had reached a point of, before we move on, she reached a point of no longer wanting to shield. She knew she was stepping into foreign territory. She knew that something was going on that she needed to confront. She could no longer shield. She had been shielding for a long period of time about, communication going out, having her name on everything. She had concerns about how that was going to impact her life and her child's life, So that's what I'm picking up there. All right, so next up, what are the energies surrounding, why was Heidi and 7 downtown? Now, downtown, King of Wands. And this could represent someone in her life that has King of Wands energy. This could represent someone who's in authority. It could be someone she's having a relationship with, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm picking up on that. What I am picking up on is that this is someone who feels like a boss. It could be someone who has fire in their chart. For example, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. They could have a heavy influence of that in their chart. But someone who, in terms of a physical person, because she wasn't just downtown for nothing. She was seeing someone there, guys. This is what this is saying. This is saying, let me zoom in. This is saying that she was actually going to meet someone. If you lived in California, especially if you know Southern California, particularly Los Angeles. You're not trying to just go anywhere for anything. She brought her dog. There was a reason. Okay, look at that animal there. Now this is a lion, of course, but this is feeling very much to me also representing her having to be like, okay, let me look at her. She's a Virgo. So yeah, let me bring my animal. He's with me. He went to the game with me. It feels like she also was going to stand up for something. I guess we'll find out more of who may this person be when we do the part 3 of this video, but she was there to see someone. She was there to probably stand her ground and say, this is what's happening. I need to let you know this. But she encounters someone. Wands. In terms of like the wands, they could be either like balding or bald, or either red or very light brown, blonde hair. But a person who's prematurely balding is what I'm also picking up on. Or someone, I could be someone who shaves their head, but I guess this guy has what we call a low fade. Could be. Yeah, and this person is an entrepreneur. But yeah, he can be a hothead. He can be a straight hothead, and he was a hothead that moment. Okay? And blowing up. Alright, so moving on. I'm not going to pull oracles for every card unless I'm called to. So the next question that we have is question number 3. What are the energies on why? Oh, no, I already said that one. As I have this one. Alright. So she's downtown to meet someone. Energies surrounding. Did Jason or his employees have anything to do with Heidi? Did her disappearance have any, did they have anything to do with it? We got the moon card. Alright, got the moon card. I am called to pull. What are the energies surrounding? Did Jason or his employees or anyone representing him have anything to do with Heidi's disappearance? Dreamcatcher. I'll pull another card. Oh, 2 cards jump. Did not. Okay. Moon card is about secrets. It's about a feeling of being submerged. That's kind of scary. When I saw the spider card too, like a poison to the body. A poison to the body. Alright, submerge could be, sometimes water could turn into something that is a poison to the body when it's over consumption, when you're completely drowning. Or it could be, something affecting something she drank or something of that nature. I don't know if I'm picking up on if, and we'll talk about that in a moment because I think I have that question, like, what's going on with her? So the moon card, Dreamcatcher, let me zoom out. Denial and depression. She had denial about secrets, about things about to be revealed, about things that had come to light to her in the time of the moon. So the moon represents the time period of February 21st to March 20th. Something came to her, a notice of something, letting her know that, things weren't going to, because her name was everywhere and all the paperwork, she realized that she was kind of bound there to kind of control the narrative at first of how things are presented in the paperwork. Dreamcatcher. I feel like bonuses, she got bonuses, and at first that was really good, that felt great, that helped to cover and make up for, for sometimes when she felt like she couldn't pay for all of her bills. It was like this was the dream catcher. But this going on with the moon, like it's almost saying in the past few weeks, she had been dealing with nightmares. She had been trying to move forward, but she also was in denial. And I think and she was also depressed about what was going on with the investigation at work, with her work there, with how to move forward. She was in denial for a long time, you guys, about the severity of the situation. And once she started to become aware of that severity of the situation, she became depressed. And there's a reason why her friends and family know about this situation at work, because she was reaching out to talk about it with people, but she probably didn't share it all of what was going on, what she was really shielding, what she had really seen, and things that she didn't see that were being revealed to her, things that were foreign to her before, signatures being added. Okay? Signatures that were not hers, but she signed off and she can't remember if she did or didn't. They do electronic signatures. I don't know. But there was something that was revealed to her that caused her to be depressed over the past several months. Okay. All right. Moving on. Let me see. I might have to zoom out. I may have to. Let's see if I can move everything up. I may have to do a part 2. I like to keep the videos tight and short, but that never happens. All right, moving on. So I would say that there's something concerning about this energy. Something being hidden. If to the question of what are the energies surrounding, did Jason or his employees have anything to do with her disappearance? I'm just getting a strong sense that, yeah. Although this is denial and depression, I don't know. Maybe this is representing the boss, or it could represent Jim, her ex. I don't know. Okay. Clues on where Heidi is now. Where's her car? If Spirit, if you can give any information. Where is she at now? Okay. 2 of Cups. Where is she at now? This is interesting. Oh, okay. That was a fumble. Hold on. Hold on, guys. The 2 of Cups is a little concerning to me. I wonder if at any point... This is seek the truth. Who's not giving them the truth? Who's been talking a lot? Who's not sharing 100% either with the media or with authorities? Somebody who's been in a relationship with her. So this is saying that where Heidi at is now is close. 2 of Cups represents very close energy to me. Okay. Buddha. Where is she at now? Sanctuary? Somewhere. I'm looking up here to see if there's also any clues here. Somewhere that feels like a sanctuary. Somewhere this serene place. Serene place. 2 of Cups. Close. Near water. Cups represents water, emotional energy. She is near water. Los Angeles is near water. Okay. But seek the truth is interesting to me. Seek the truth. This is also speaking about who may have had something to do with her disappearance and why she's gone. Now, some could say, oh, this is love related. Could it be her ex-husband? Could it be that, this is someone who's constantly putting out information and we maybe needing to really seek the truth behind what he's really saying? Or it could be that Jason, over the coming days ahead, starts to talk and we start to see that there's clues to where she may have gone. We're going to ask. We're going to ask if, the next question's going to deal with where is she at, or what, like, did she just kind of go off on her own volition, or was she taken or against her will? Okay. All right. So okay. So where is her car? Near a serene place that'll end up turning up. Serene, like, I don't know, a parking lot, a woodsy area. It's not many in, that part of California. But by the beach, it could be just somewhere very, what would be normally considered a tranquil place. Yeah. How is Heidi doing now, Spirit? Is foul play involved in her disappearance? Or did she go away on her own? How is Heidi doing? Oh my gosh. Judgment. Alright, I'm going to shuffle my deck here. How is she doing? Ritual Master. All right. This is alarming. All right. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's alarming. You see how you see this person looking up, and then there's an out-of-body experience happening here. If she's not already crossed over, she's in grave danger. There's someone else involved with the master. Now, I suppose my mind could say she's the master of her own fate and she's the one doing this and running off, seeking solitude. She's in a place that feels very much, I don't know, like that. You see Judgment. Judgment represents the time period of October 21st to November 20th. So learning a bit more. This is an active time in the investigation. Ritual. This is also what's alarming to me. It's saying that she was a part of somebody who is like manually doing this. Like this was premeditated. Yes, she could have been meeting someone who's a hothead, but ultimately this was a plan in the making with rituals. You prepare for it, you ready it. Even just looking at this area here, like either she's taken to a place like this, or either the vehicle is going to be discovered far away, or I feel a sense of far away because California, or especially Los Angeles, doesn't necessarily have forest nearby. Now, I could be wrong, of course. But Master definitely feels like somebody outside of her. And she's not, to me, this is telling me she's not doing well. There is a small chance she could have been seeking solitude and thinking this was for the best, but I don't sense that at all. I sense outside involvement, someone exerting their Saturn power over her. Would it be nice if she returns? Yes. The Judgment is also called the return card. Okay, it is. But it could be a return of we finding out where she's at. The investigation is critical at this time. Okay, it's critical during this time period. Because this is where they're going to gain a lot of clues and information about her whereabouts. But she is someone who either is at or near a crossover, a transition. if not already, during this time period, if not already. Like I don't know. Doesn't feel good. Like someone also like, oh God, I don't want to say torture. I hate to even use words like that. All right, so the next question that we have time for. Energy surrounding the SEC investigation in Heidi. What are the energies surrounding the SEC? Security and Exchange, Commission, SEC investigation. The World card in reverse. Yeah, I would sense that the SEC investigation definitely... Oh, another ritual card. Upheaval. My gosh. Yeah. It definitely turned her what? World upside down. She feared as a single mom what was going to happen. She only reveals so much to her ex because he is, after all, her ex. But she was trying to figure out what to do. How much to reveal. What to hold back. You know, is she really implicated? Upheaval, despair, ruin is what I'm sensing here. So the SEC investigation definitely had an impact on Heidi and her life, her thoughts about the future, how she should move. You know, when you think of ritual, you should be strategic in how you move forward, how you bless your circumstances, how you bless the circumstances of others. So that is something, okay? That is something. It turned her world upside down, literally. And the World card represents the time period of December 21st to January 20th. Now, this could be significant because this could represent... I think the other case, the partner's case, I forgot his name, but the partner's case happened last year, like where he ended up going off to prison. So I think it really turned her life upside down during that time period. Or this could be another clue, like a date of a clue of when we're going to next hear some big information surrounding the SEC investigation in Heidi or the organization she worked for. Okay, so that's interesting. Let me see if I have room for one more, and then we're going to do a quick reading on the people in her life. Let me reshuffle the people in her life and see what's coming up. Okay, thank you, Spirit. What's next for the investigation, Spirit? What is next? Thank you. Four of Pentacles over the fall. There's going to be just a withholding of information from law enforcement, holding things close to the vest, not revealing much. Pentacles represents the season of autumn. So they will be making strides. They do have evidence. They do have some information, but they're withholding it at this time from the public. Things will be coming out. You can trust that things will start to develop. But what's next is they're going to be holding things close to the vest. Now, Pentacles also represents the timing of years. And if we're looking at it with number 4 of Pentacles, we could say 4 years from the time that this investigation started, her disappearance, or even back when things started to turn topsy-turvy at Camden, what was it? What was it? What's the name of this? Camden Capital Partners, LLC. That's Jason Sugarman, where her boss works, where she worked. You know, that's who, he ran it. It could be from when that investigation started. So it will be moving forward. It will feel like it's creeping along, and from start to finish of to even prosecution, you're looking at a year's process. Okay, but fall, autumn is active. We talked about that earlier. I can't forget. I don't remember where. And look at this. There's some kind of bizarre. This almost looks like the desert. This looks like the desert. Dry climate, which doesn't necessarily go with the remote. No, I guess this is more remote. Not necessarily trees, but solitude. Remote. I don't know. Somewhere that's not like where she's at. I'll tell you what. I'm just going to see about this Four of Pentacles. What's next for the investigation? Wise one. Okay. Resilience. It's encouraging. Resilience of this investigation of wanting to crack the case. That's what we see here with the Four of Pentacles. Sorry, my tripod is... Sorry for the glare, guys, for the light. It'll be better when I move. Wise one. Someone, a wise, seasoned detective overseeing this and moving this forward. This is maybe even representing her. This investigation is resilient and will pursue and will, with this butterfly, transform. We're going to learn more about her situation sitting underneath this SEC investigation question. We are going to start to learn more as autumn time unfolds, okay? Because autumn doesn't end until December, what, 3rd week of December? So more to come. All right, I'm going to do a pause. I'm going to take a picture of this spread, and then we're going to move to the final part. We're going to ask the energies of each of the people, the big players or the big suspects thus far in this investigation, and see what comes up energetically. Be right back.